Okay, so we are back with our Kilwa campaign, and I just checked that last time we played for around like 5 years, and we did 2 wars, so the progress is going relatively speedily. But today's target is Ottomans again, because I believe we have like less than, or just like around 1 year before the truce with them ends, and means we can get going. Now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm also thinking about like, if there is a year to wait, is it too much? Then again, coring Japan provinces just started. I think we'll be okay. We will not be able to conquer the whole world anyway, meaning that we don't have to min-max every little piece of time we have. Okay, but what we can do is just reposition our troops in a way where we can like get to smooth sailing when the war starts. And just a quick reminder, when we look at who's facing us, then Ottomans are allied with Changar still through all those times, and Changar is not like a really big country here. They just have 10ish provinces, I guess. Their troop count is 50k, which is basically the same as Ottomans at this point, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so at the Ottomans are at 68k troops with 0 in reserve. So that will play to our advantage. We'll just basically have to siege, capture all the provinces around, and then move on. But yeah, so we have a bunch of troops, as you can see here, waiting for the next war with Ottomans. I'll just position them in a way that, yes, we will stop suppressing rebels and just position them all in like a solid row here. Oh, there's even like, wait, what are you guys doing on an island though? Now I need to somehow get you off that island. Okay, we'll get you off that island a little bit later. You guys, can you even get back? Because I don't have any, I guess I don't have an agreement to let our troops through any of the neighboring countries here. So we'll just stay there and fight with the rebels if they should spawn. But we will be grabbing some of the troops from the Asian lands. You can see that we still have troops positioned in Japan. I forgot to take them back. So yeah, one thing we want to do is just pull them back to our lands. We too want to leave one group here just to defend against the potential rebels. But everyone else can be taken to the war with Ottomans. So yeah, first of all, just move back to our lands and then we'll reassemble the troops properly. Okay, so the religious center in, well, some religious center has converted all eligible provinces. At this point I feel like it's a bit buggy already. But anyway, you are all moving in the right direction besides these two groups, I guess. So one of you will go here and you go to Rikuzen. Now when it comes to which troops are we gonna move to Europe, then I guess let's take the ones that are already assembled and already at full strength. So I will take just the transport ships here to make it a faster process. So you guys go over here to Laiju. And I'll also take all the transport ships from these guys. And also meet you in Laiju. And everybody else can just kind of meet together over here. I mean, I might take you to Europe actually, just in case we might have to fight Ottomans on water as well. They shouldn't have that much of a fleet remaining after our last wars. So we might be able to just like chill and take down the rest of their navy. So yeah, you guys can already start heading towards Aegean Sea, for example. In the meantime, we'll try to organize some sort of a boarding party for the war itself. So we have gained Holy War Gas spell against Japan. Didn't we have it already? And yeah, so we have around 300 transport ships. And since we have 41,000 troops per group, can probably take on like, well, it would be, yeah, mathematics. So 28, like 7 groups, I guess, will be enough. And the rest will live around here. So that's a lot of groups. Okay, so the U2 will go to here. So that's 3 groups for 5 groups. You're all force marching, and then the last 2 groups will grab from down here. Attrition is probably going to be rough, but we'll see about that. You guys can grab an admiral. Just take one with mobility, I guess. Is it maneuver? So both of them have 1 maneuver. Actually, the bottom one has a little bit more pips in various categories. So you can see 2 groups are already here, gathered up. And the others are following swiftly. How is the situation with the monarch points? I see that diplomatic power is again like crawling towards the camp. But we still have like 10 months or so until we get there. Ayutthaya wants military access. No, thank you. We did lose our Inquisitor advisor. So we need a new administrative advisor. Are there any good choices here? Well, there is one who's born in Cape for stability cost modifier, but that's... We don't really increase stability with admin points, so maybe we'll just... Yeah, let's just dismiss everything and check out what we get next month, because all the other advisors are not like our favored culture. So they might cause us some events that we do not want to deal with. Next idea from quality ideas we can unlock is cavalry combatability, which is useless to us. So we'll wait a little bit longer until we can also unlock ship durability. Just because we don't use cavalry and there's nothing to do with the ability. Now there is high naval attrition. I do see some ships that are quite low in HP, so maybe before you go to Europe you will just dock for a while and get fixed. You're gonna be slower than the transport ships anyway. Okay, so how many troops we have? Probably all the 7 are here. So 4, 5, 6, 7 all aboard, and let's get you guys to Europe. I'm thinking we put you down. We can actually put you down maybe like the same as last time. Just somewhere like in near Basra. Because we definitely have like enough troops on the other side, so shouldn't stumble on top of each other. We might also just go from like the southern part of Ottoman lands, so Beyhan, and just run through these areas here to grab this small area with these 2 groups on their western flank, and then these guys will all be like pushing through from the west as well, and we'll probably meet our allies somewhere in the middle or in the north, I imagine. So yeah, let's just get you guys to Mukalla, and we'll get you prepared already over there. Some great projects can be upgraded. We have the money, so let's do that. So the Great Mosque of Jen. And there was one more great project, I believe. Not the best one, so this one, when upgraded, gives some development in a single province, so it's really expensive development, but doesn't matter. Money is something we don't have to worry about in this run anymore. Now we can use Propagate Religion in one of the trade nodes. Actually it's in more than one trade node. Apparently Laiju has some rebellion going on here. But it's okay, we have a bunch of troops who can take care of it. So it's actually the mercenaries that will be taking care of it. Oh, there's another group here, I see. I'll leave the mercenaries just to guard the peace over here. Regarding this area here specifically, we have the 20k artillery group that should reunite with the infantry. And this is an infantry group as well, so probably your artillery is over here. And let's put these guys in the middle just to manage the autonomous rebel suppression. Yeah, so all of these areas we just conquered will be taken care of in case some rebels spawn there. Okay, so we still have high naval attrition because these guys haven't... is it from the... So it's now from the transport ships? Wait, I'm just a little bit concerned about some of the transport ships, but we should have... we have 12 extra, so if we lose like less than that, we won't lose any troops. I'm not sure what happens when you lose like... Let's say you have 40k troops on board and 42 ships and you lose 3 ships. What's gonna happen then? Are you gonna lose your whole group or just that 1k troops? Hopefully don't need to test it though. So Morocco is... We'll have our usual like circle of events. So Morocco wants to ally us or have a royal marriage, and Delhi wants favors for soldiers probably. Portugal will come for something soon. Maybe. Okay, we have Shun separatists doing some things. Well, there was a group actually right next to the... I guess these are the Shun. No, those are actually Ming separatists. We don't have a free general. But let's... Yeah, we recruit one because we probably will need more when we go to the next war. We'll lose some generals along the way throughout this year. Okay, our coast has been raided. The vile pirates of the Knights have raided the coasts of Sirte, Benghazi and Darna. How dare they? Now we have a new chance to check out the advisors we have available for us. So yearly inflation reduction is on the table, but no other choices. So again, I believe we have great projects that are dealing with the inflation reduction, so we'll have to go for another round of advisors. Just to check that I'm not wrong, you can see that our inflation is 0 and it's... Yeah, it has... a few good modifiers that help us at the moment. The Battle of Laiju is done and so on. So rebels have been taken care of. You can see Ottomans, well, they will not be able to recover much over the year, regardless of what happens with their country. What's going on? Our vassals are basically fighting Ottoman rebels for them. It seems like they're a bit like on the wrong side. Are they aware of this? Okay, so we get another round of advisors. Do we get lucky this time? So national unrest, I'll take this one. -2. Just less rebels to deal with. We'll push this guy's salary to... In the end, it's gonna be like 20 ducats per month. Not much considering everything we get per month. Okay, our 200,000 troops got here. We'll spread them out so that they don't all pile on a single province. I'm glad they keep their force march. Okay, so it should be good enough. Now the transport ships, we can upgrade some, and actually just one, and they can heal for a bit or repair. This is not a place where ships can heal. Okay, how are these ships doing here now? we look around a little bit, we can see that some of some of them still need some repairs, but I think we can, like, we can move them to Europe, so we can just leave them there after that, and they'll just finish up repairs in one of those ports. So we can no longer claim that some of these provinces belong to us. Probably we had some fabricated claims against them. So here is the royal marriage offer from Morocco. And what we might do also in the meantime, while we're waiting for the truce to end, we can reassign some generals. So we do know we have one group here suppressing rebels, so they are here. But for all the others, I'll just remove the leader. And probably for this group as well. And the guys in Japan, only the middle one will keep their leader. So we have just some more choices. You also don't need a leader for the time being. Okay, you need to be merged, and then I'll take away the leader. And the same for these guys. Okay, so it should be cleared up over here. Now let's assign some leaders here to the ones that don't have it yet. Oh, 4 siege pips is nice. These two groups are also without a leader. One of them gets the conquistador, which is still active. I will not give the 4 pip general to the other group. Oh, maybe you guys can just be not teleported, moved across. Actually, no, you can move across. That was silly me. I thought they couldn't move across the sea here. Now, you guys also need a leader. Probably gonna give you the 4 pip siege general, and then we just reassign everybody else, however they happen to be. We have one more that we need. Do we have it? Yes, we do. Perfect. It was just as many as we needed and no more. So we are in January, and just as a reminder, our truce with the Ottomans expires in May. So 3 months to go, even less than that. We get excellent vintage, meaning national unrest -1. Stacks up nicely with our new advisor. I believe I have the rebel percentages turned off from the ledger. I'm curious just to see how rough it is at the moment. How long is the list of rebellious areas? Ah, not too long. And probably some of these are just like, you can see at least one. Some of them are 0.9 or something like that. Of course, the overextension contributes a lot to this unhappiness, but there's no way around it. At least not to my knowledge. I'll take the rebel factions away again. So we are almost in March. Tunis wants to ally us. Tunis is here, like a single province. One province minor. But there's nothing. We could feed them some portions of Spain and just annex them later on, but I haven't been doing vassal swarming or anything like that. So we'll keep it simple. Now you would like to hire condottieri. No, thank you. So it's March, April, and then in May we go. I think we're ready to start the war at any moment. And our allies should join us. They're not gonna get any territories from this war. It's gonna be interesting, like what we wanna grab from Ottomans. Probably we can go around Georgia and then also war Georgia and take their basically all the lands. They're just nicely positioned there to go around with Ottoman provinces and then take them over. So 1st of April. We can take a look at the few buildings. Oh, there's a nice trade bonus from Yunnan actually. And a few other nice trade bonuses over 10 if we upgrade the buildings. Oh, Kosovo apparently has 3.35 extra tuckets available to us if we upgrade the production building. Oh no, we are down 1 general again. Ay. I think we'll take this one. Wait, there's one free still. Where did you come from? Maybe I just scrolled so quickly I didn't notice we had one extra. So May is just around the corner. We should all get ready for war. Here we go. We will declare as soon as possible just in case they hate us enough to create a coalition. We will choose imperialism as the casus belli. Jungar cannot be marked as co-belligerent because we still have a truce with them. But Transoxiana and Delhi will be eager to help us against Ottomans. So yeah, you can see the troop counts are quite uneven. It's interesting that, okay, I guess like because of the beginning of the month we got the new spawn of rebels. And now comes the fun part of, well, we could leave like autonomous sieging on for some of these. So for example, you guys can just take over all of the provinces here. I'm not gonna bother with the 2 provinces far away in the east that Ottomans have isolated there. You guys will just start. Okay, it's a level 2 fortress, so I can start sieging it down. Not gonna take you that long. And then we will just do this manually. Grab all these areas. I will also give you guys here. We'll see if Ottomans still have this negative bonus to defensiveness. You guys also don't have a leader. Well, now we have to recruit some. Oh, nice pips. It's a levels. Wow, that's the first 6 pip siege general I've had in this game. Definitely gonna go to siege. Yeah, you can do it alone basically. Okay, and from the western areas we also will migrate to the Ottoman lands. Probably help them fight the rebels a little bit. Okay, you guys will give your artillery away. If they still have the negative bonus, I will just not start splitting the groups for the artillery bonus, I think. It will be fast enough. So some siege is going on the Japan areas. Kilwa gets cheap iron, which means artillery costs 10% less. Battle of Musashi is done. I mean, yeah, these guys will just clean them up on the other side of the island as well. So now we can check out how is the situation with Ottoman. So they're still broken. You can see each siege phase is less than 10 days, so it will be a walk in the park. And again, we don't need 100 siege score. We already finished one siege in Sinop. What was that? Okay, so because it was level 2. I thought like level 8 fortress went down like nothing. So there is a level 1 fortress occupied by, well, not occupied, siege by the rebels. Let's just do this in waves. So let's say, yeah, these groups can move forward now. And you two should go here. You're not there yet. And also there's some stuff going on here. We can at least send you guys to Narjan. And yeah, fortifications. I reunite these guys with their artillery. Just amazingly easy game with this siege modifiers. It's like you just run there and they give up already. You will go fight rebels as well. Just help the Ottomans out a little bit. How are we doing here? The siege of Sham is over. What a shame. Then just go siege the next fortress, I think. In Halep. Now these two areas are also ours. Let's advance. I guess you guys can go around. Sure. Because it's gonna still take a little bit of time until this fortress gets sieged down. Move you over here. And just keep going east. Bozok is also on our trajectory. Oh, we have the group back together. Siege of Amasia was also a small one, I guess, because level 1 fortress over there. What's their capital, by the way? Just a second, I want to check. So their capital is Amasia. So this means our war score will start ticking. Probably at the beginning of next month it will show it. Mecca is also done. Go for Medina. So this is the nice general here. 4646. And yeah, just go like a little bit more to the north. So X-ray has been occupied by us. I'd be surprised if it was somebody else. So our treasure fleet is doing a decent job with 100 ducats every round trip. Now let's go. Maybe we'll grab. Maybe we'll get to fight a little bit of Ottomans at least. Although usually we've, like in the previous wars, we have had them somewhere close to our allies. And they got to kind of fight them instead. Okay, you will go to Trabzon. How is Ottoman's navy doing? Oof, it's rough. So, I mean, our navy is here just hungry for some action as well. We'll send them out on the sea. Now, Kilwa occupied some more areas. Okay, nice. Why did we send 2 groups over here? Huh. One group of rebels kind of bypassed our perimeter there. Unexpected. Okay, you guys can reunite again. We have taken over Kayseri. I don't want to double stack them in the provinces, so I have to keep an eye on who's been where, or who's been sent where. So Taif has been occupied, Trabzon. Like, I do want to remind you all, I'm playing on speed 1 and it feels like going much faster. I also see we have an issue with diplomatic power, so we'll just dev a little bit of provinces. So let's just do the cheapest ones again. And let's do some, like, around 800 or less would be our goal. So we can get away for 1 more year or something like that. Okay, so we have some action in Beijing, and we have somebody to take care of that. Now this troop is doing absolutely nothing. Just move closer to the action at least. If you decide not to do anything. Okay, we'll go to Praida. There is 0 resistance from Ottomans. And also we just... Well, there was a little bit. We just missed it, right? There was a naval battle going on there. Now, I will send you guys forward, so Tabuk could be an interesting area to take over. You're still lagging behind, so I don't know if anyone is going to Alula, but now there is at least 1 group Okay, and these these troops are all just waiting. Yeah, let's go all in a row. Make sure no rebels get past us. And you go to Hama, for example. You've done all your sieging already here, haven't you? So you go to the other side as well. Grab some provinces from the east. Battle of Beijing was won by us, I guess. Yeah. The eastern areas here are still to be taken. How is our coring doing? So we're at 62%. Another advisor died. Just give us a moment. We'll do our administrative assignments first. So you can see we have reinforced speed on the table. That's the only one that has an advisor that is an accepted culture in Kilwa. I would like to go for, well, we'll keep this one. Let's just wait a month. Maybe we'll get a better advisor than that one though. With forced march, it's a decent advisor, I would say. Just because those months that we are still are rare. Okay, a military leader has left us, but we're in the middle of a siege. This is not a great time. Okay, we have occupied a bunch more areas here. You can go to Jabal Shamal. And you will take Hafar. You're already moving to Al Yamamah. And Sudayr is also, I guess, the last province in this region. And it looks like our perimeter over here in the north has also been successful and taken all on or over all the provinces that they were assigned to. So we'll keep advancing. Yeah, there's this one fortress that's ruining the picture a little bit. So we have Al Yamamah. This means that we can start working towards... Okay, we won the siege of Halab. Halab was here, right? Okay, this is the group that needed a new general. Let's recruit it. No siege pips. Too bad. Let's go to Hama and Homs. You guys go to Man. And then... Oh, so much going on. Okay. I believe I sent somebody to Alula. Maybe these guys went to Alula, but they're so... Why are they so slow? Okay, Tay has some separatists. Whoa. This is like... in the middle of nowhere, actually. Can we, like, maybe get some access through the lands of Spain? Yes, we can, surprisingly. Do we have the slots? Yes, we do. 3 free diplomatic slots, so these guys can actually take care of the rebels here. Can you not? I mean, if you... I guess we also need military access from Cebu. They're happy enough to give it to us. Now we're able to circle around and get there without the boats. Okay, so we do not want our navy to take you guys there, because you can just walk. And yeah, now we got the military access from Spain and Cebu. And from here we will come back to the siege of Ottomans. Well, we'll take over Tadmor, Suvaida, Raqqa, Rabra, and a few other provinces here. There is this country called Ardabil. That's also something maybe we can take together with Georgia. Just to keep in mind. Yes, a lot of... Well, I just sent those troops there, but they're already taking over all the provinces. So, yeah, there's still some provinces over here. I'm glad we have enough troops for that. And you're going to Amawai, which means that I'll send something to visit. And some of the provinces I'm not going to try to pronounce, because they're tricky. We got a few more provinces. So our war score is already at 55%. If you take a look at the troop count, not much changed. I would say the enemies have more troops than before. No, actually less. Yeah. Because their Ottoman's ally had like 50k and they themselves 60k or so. Brilliant stuff. I'll move you guys a little bit further even. And that probably means we can start moving either north or east. Yes, the rebels are spawning in the eastern provinces. But that is to be expected as they're quite fresh provinces. I forgot about military advisor. Let's take a look at our options. So no good new options. We'll give it 1 more month. After that we'll make our choice. Okay, and then we'll send these troops like in a row. All the provinces here. Wait. Did I accidentally select 2 of them? So yeah, this looks fine. Somebody has to go to Sulaimania. And Tikrit and Haditha also covered. We only have Azrak over here that's not taken. Probably Kerval. Kervala can be like taken. Wow. Actually they're meeting each other already. We have to spread up a little bit the troops. So Azrak has been occupied by us. By 2 troops. We're overkilling it. I see rebels are trying to siege back the capital of Ottomans. Not good. I'll send 1 group to take care of that. Yeah, as you can see, our allies are also just like taking over all the provinces around here. Even where we want to go, we probably want to go north from, instead of like facing ourselves over here. So take over back that as well, and then we'll start moving north. Let's make it so that yeah, closest one goes to the closest province and so on forward. So we got these 4 covered. They are moving in the other direction. And Shaki was also not covered that way. Yes, 10 years of separatism. Too bad. Now December is upon us, meaning that we have new generals on the selection list. So there is one that's national manpower modifier plus 10%. And I do like that one more actually than the reinforced speed. Because we can manage with the reinforced speed regardless. So 10% manpower. Well, we haven't been lacking as of late, but no need to risk it, right? Just manpower. Take as much manpower as we can. Okay, so you guys don't have to just stand still, you can still move forward. Just in the other direction, I guess. We might be able to fight the Ottoman fleet once more. The course construction is at 75% and will be done around July of next year. So half a year remaining. These 3 troops, I'm gonna leave here, we just don't need that many troops. It's more management than anything. Okay, we took care of the rebels apparently. You can see we're grabbing a bunch more provinces here. So Shustar is something that's on the table still. Okay, just give me a moment. You guys will go over here. I see some rebel action happening in Erzincan. So they will be spawning all around the place because Ottomans are just in a rebellious mood as of late. But regarding advancing north, we will just wait for everyone to take their positions in wherever we assigned them. So we can take the next group of provinces right after. Okay, Shustar is ours. Oh, there are some pirates looting our lands for a little bit of a ducats. Small issue though. Okay, seems like we took over all the provinces we assigned here. So let's make it similar that... Wait, is there a fortress here? It's level 2, so should be sieged down quickly. Should not be a problem. Just like, it's a little bit of a blocker, but not much. Oh, Ottoman troops are here. We can fight them for sure. And we want to fight them, I think. So these 3 groups, I would send them after the Ottomans. Can you see the siege is actually advancing quite nicely for them, just because we didn't pay attention and Ottomans got there like sneakily. Are they anywhere else though? The siege of Tajikistan is already over. Are there any surprise fortresses around here? I don't think so. So, Lakia for you. Tarki. Unjla, Derek, Alania. In just a moment. We are back, sorry for the interruption. Now, I need to check again where we sent the troops. So Darki is done, Unja is done, Terek is done, and Alnia is done, but we still need to send troops to Kabardia and Kuma, for example. We are fighting rebels in the middle here. They've been more of a resistance than the Ottomans themselves. Or putting up more of a fight. I will take a moment just to check what we want to pick out from the Ottoman lands. And how far are we from achieving this? Because war score is at 88% already. So let's sue for peace. The idea would be to grab... Oh, we can also grab these leftovers over here. Just to circle Ottoman lands. And then go from Sinop all the way, I guess, around Georgia. See how far we can get like this. So it's 39, 48. Guess it's not allowing me to do it yet because there's a fortress that we still need to siege down, so we'll be grabbing all of these areas. We'll leave Azov to Ottomans, I guess. There is revolutionary Crimea here. We might take Azov as well, just to limit their contact with any other countries. You can see we can make quite a big circle. 81%, 93%. Who is here? Transoxiana. So we could grab all of that stuff and still be at like 98%. So this coastline and the area around Georgia would be 99%. Probably we can grab one more area. So why they don't want to give this to us already is that we have not taken Rhodos yet. And it should be here, I believe, this one, yeah. So there is a lonely fortress surrounded by the sea here. We'll take it down before the end of the war. But I do want to check which other provinces we can take. So let's see. There are 0% overextension. This one, for example. This is like disconnected from our lands. Yeah, okay, so either it's probably it's gonna be Madin Sulaim, just because it's connected to our land. Yeah, that's gonna be the play. So basically our main stopper right now is the Rhodos fortress. And in order to get there we just need to get our transport ships across. And just send one group over here. Do we have a free group? Or maybe we can just grab one of these 3 groups and just bring them over. Yeah, you will meet up with Navy in Tarabulus. And we can proceed. So Turkey has been occupied by us. I don't think we sent anybody to Astrakhan. One more aspect I want to see. Are we gonna give our allies any areas? I don't think so. But we could theoretically give them areas. We don't want to make them too powerful though, just in case they turn against us. Yeah, we're controlling all these provinces now. Also our allies are sieging down the fortress over there. We'll send more troops. Like, did we grab these 2? I believe so. We grabbed like all of the areas from Ottomans in the east here. I mean in the west here, right? Send these troops along the shoreline. Tariffs of naval supplies. We will just grab 10 of some sort of power. Of course, it's gonna be diplomatic, as Murphy's laws will have it. Let's send you guys to Hunkala. And let's just take these provinces in a row. We don't need it. I'm just gonna put that disclaimer out there, but we'll grab them because we have the time. Now these troops are ready to go across the water. Let's board them. Or maybe we'll make it so that we just go. Mark Rhodos as our destination. Are you guys moving or not? Maybe I kind of broke it because I boarded them and also sent them on their way. Doesn't seem to be working. Wait, let's make it so. Stop for a second. And now go. Go to Rhodos. Yes, please. Okay, now it worked. So apparently if you mark them as onboarded and then try to send them by right clicking on the target province, it just bugs out or does nothing. So we had another battle against Ottoman's navy, and also we took down Ottoman's troops. We kind of stack wiped them. You can see our allies are also taking care of our rebel situation. Kinda. They're not taking over the rebel province. A bit rude from them. They're already doing it, why don't they finish it? So Ottomans are almost completely taken over. Rhodos will be there in June. So in like 8 days. And that's gonna be the last siege we'll be focusing on in this war. It will be more or less just on time. A little bit late because you can see that in July we will also already like wrap up the coring process. Are the ships in the right spot? Yeah, it is. It is under a blockade from the sea as well. Ottomans is offering us peace deal, but we don't want it. We want a little bit of a better deal than that. Okay, we already won the siege of Rhodos. What happened there? What level? Oh, it's level 2 fortress as well. So at this point we're just waiting for the coring to be done, and then we'll be able to just sue for peace and move on to the next wars. I have to think a little bit which one is going to be the next one. Okay, so nobles demand privileges. We can either accept their rightful claims for 10 prestige loss, ignore their demands for national arrest +2, and just because our ruler is a lawgiver, we have the ability to lose 5 prestige and gain 5 legitimacy. I'll take the last one. Don't really need the legitimacy, but we can just lose a little bit less prestige that way. Okay, we could invest in administrative technology already, because why not? But we are 9 years ahead of time, so it's too soon. Plus we need the administrative power for coring all the Ottoman areas. So 100% for most of the cores. I will also assign them all to the trade companies. So bear with me while I do this. I will click them through one by one just because we kind of know which provinces they are. They're everything to the northern part of Japan. So Suruga. Kai is also another one. Musashi. Let's go Hitachi. Shimatsuka. Kozuka. How many provinces did we grab from Japan? 20? 25? In any case, plenty. It's a fun problem to have if you have so many provinces that it takes a while to add them to the trade companies. And also Kamikawa. Isn't there one more here? Yep, there is. And that should do it. All the clicking is done for the time being. Now we can just wait until the last province is cored, which will be done in like August. Not too long to wait after the other ones. I'm wondering why this was. I guess this one was out of sync because it was controlled by the rebels again for a little while. So 99.6%. And we should be good to go now. Thank you. HU was the last slacker on the list. So overextension check. We are at 0%. Perfect. And let's sue for peace. And they are still not happy with it because we are demanding Kibris. Where is Kibris? We haven't occupied it. Okay, let's look by name. They have many provinces. HIJK. We can play it around a little bit if... Did it say Kibris? Yeah. Kibris is here. Oh, it's the big island. What's going on this one? Is it... has a fortress as well. And we still wanna grab it because like it's in the middle of everything. Cannot leave the map like that, having one Ottoman province in the middle of our provinces. Yeah, unfortunate. It's gonna take us a few months to get there and siege it. But it is a level 2 fortress only, so 1 or 2 siege phases should do it. Our troops will get there by the 16th of September. Oof, that's so long. Can you guys maybe like just go to the Gulf of Cyprus and it will be faster? I wanna check it out. So if you transport you to Kibris now, it's gonna be 1st of October. Well, 1 month. Not much of a difference, I guess. Now Nkora is offering us royal marriage, which we cannot accept right now. For reasons we do not want to disclose. Or cannot disclose. You can see Ottoman spy network is quite high level. Now half of September remaining until we land. Get another peace offer from Ottomans, which we can ignore. Don't even have to look at it, it's not good enough. Few more days until we land. Could Commonwealth be our next target? They've grown quite big, they have 300,000 troops. I guess the main question is who are their allies? They're in a war against Sweden and Novgorod. So Austria, Mecklenburg, Munich and Chile. Austria is also decent sized in terms of troops. So Kibris siege is already done. Just yeah, okay, we'll come back to that choice in a bit anyway. So again, attempt number 3 maybe in trying to come to a peace agreement with the Ottomans, and they seem to be happy at this point. We will get 0 to 38 aggressive expansion relations penalty with 124 countries. Jaunpur is really, really mad at us. It's not like we're doing anything to them right now. So the list of provinces that we will get, I'm just checking that we get all of them, not our allies. Yeah, it's quite decent. So if you want to visually again see it, it's basically all of the sea border from Ottomans and also land border with Commonwealth. So they cannot steal provinces from us. Oh, they cannot steal provinces from Ottomans that we would like to grab instead. And the truce will last like this until 1793. So probably 2 wars with Ottomans is still doable after this one. Barely, but yeah, we can make it. Okay, let's send our demand. They will gladly accept. And you can see the casualties on either side, so we still had a little bit more, but we weren't very careful with the troops anyway. Actually, how many did we lose? We lost like most of it, I guess. Yeah, 100k out of this 176k. And most of it is probably from siege, regardless. And well, fighting the rebels. Okay, the mandatory step of starting the coring of provinces. The list is impressive. The most expensive ones are 36 admin power. And I'm pretty sure we have enough, so let's click on the button. Now, one thing that's surprising me is we are getting closer to governing capacity. Well, we will keep an eye on that. Let's also just add all these provinces to the trade company right away if we can. Ah, it's not a territory. Okay, that's fair. And this is also not a territory. What about the new provinces we just conquered? These are all stated. But these areas can still be added to the trade companies. Yeah, we don't have to wait until the coring is done to do this. We'll also prevent missionaries from doing useless work in these areas. I do hope we got like a continuous peace. I think I checked it, but would be a bit annoying if it wasn't continuous. No, wrong button. Yeah, I guess well, it's not the obvious choice. I was thinking like, what's the obvious choice to go for next? And one of them is this Georgia. And do we have a land border with, or sea border with Ardabil? We have both, so we could go for these two. But they might have claims on the provinces that we are coring right now. Actually don't see anything from Georgia that they would like. What about this area here? So yeah, we could probably go for Ardabil and Georgia next as quick wins. And maybe also then Revolutionary Crimea, because they are also allied with Ardabil. Georgia does not have any allies, so they can be picked off by themselves. What's going on with Revolutionary Bulgaria? So they're just lost their... I think they were guaranteed by Spain before. We actually have a perfect opportunity to take over basically all four of these smaller countries here. And the priority would be actually the ones closer to Europe. Huh. We have nice opportunities on the table. So we can upgrade the Sankin Kotai Palace. At maximum level it will provide us prestige from land battles 100% extra. General costs will decrease by 10%. But we cannot upgrade it that far, can we? Well, anyway, we can do trade centers. We have several that we can upgrade. So it wasn't a notification about grade projects, that's why I got a bit confused. We cannot actually upgrade that grade project ourselves, because we do not meet the requirements. Now we have some troops that are exiled. You can all just go back to our newly acquired provinces. Yeah, I was just thinking if they should go towards like these areas that we want to conquer next or not, but we have plenty of troops around here. Now, do you guys wanna... maybe you wanna stay actually in Cyprus. If there's any issues with rebels, you can take care of them. There's also Revolutionary Kazan here, Perm. Several potential easy targets. Mecklenburg. That's something I don't see often in the game as a country. Now, where else do we have exiled armies? These are already moving. You're also moving. Looks like everybody's taken care of. We should get rid of that notification in a bit. Okay, let's unpause. We cannot like go against the other countries too soon because the coring process will take some time. And we do not want to deal with calls of peace for too long. So Holy War casts a spell against Georgia. Nice. And Daredevil as well. And Kazan. So 3 new targets on our table. We are at this point ruling over, still over most of Africa, large part of Asia, I guess Middle East and so on. Lithuanian companies, new mercenary company available for hire. And Tirnova is having some rebel action. And also Shushing. Wait, we don't have anybody here, right? Yeah, it's like one of those provinces that's not covered by the mercenary group protecting against rebels here. What was the other province that got hit? So this one is in Europe. You guys can just go take care of them. So Ottomans are not having a great time. Maybe they'll just... Well, they don't even have any troops at this point. They're still a relatively big country. It's just that they have so many issues going on that they cannot do much. Let's spend some money. So let's take a look at what buildings we can build. Several good trade bonuses here. Let's definitely build some town halls. As you could see, we are running into the governing capacity. We'll just build town halls everywhere. That should help a lot. And then check out production. So we have, wow, almost +1 ducats. Yeah, there's some nice bonuses over here. We can just click a lot. See until it goes like 10ish or so. Okay. Then taxation wise, we have a few clicks we can make. And manpower, how is the manpower? Oh, there's like 4k extra from this area alone. Everything about 125 or so will go and get upgraded. Now manufacturers, we have some that are even over half a ducat bonus. And everything around like 0.32 or so we can upgrade. Now we can consider also some state houses to even free up more of this governing capacity. If anyone can tell me, like, is the 0 - 0 even worth it? Or you can consider this as an experiment to check if it's worth it. Okay. And let's do just more of the stock exchanges everywhere. Let's see how far we can push our trade. It's like clicking through all of our provinces takes a while even. It's a really good problem to have. Oh, almost done. Okay, good. Yeah, I think we'll be okay with that. We spent like 70,000 ducats on all of that, and we still have 50,000 left. So diplomatic technology can be invested into. I'm not worried at all, like in terms of when we can start the next war, because it'll be an easy one. And just out of curiosity, we can check out the troop count. So Ardabil has 24k, Georgia has 14,000, Revolutionary Crimea around 20,000, and Revolutionary Bulgaria has 11,000. And if you also consider Revolutionary Kazan, they have 21,000. So all of those countries, each one of them has less than, well, around half of our one siege group. We can grab all of them at the same time if you want to. But I guess it'll not be an option in terms of overextension. And what I'm thinking about right now here is we can let the game proceed for a little bit. And most likely we'll be doing the next war already at the next stream. Because, yeah, Ottomans were not putting up a fight. It seems like the past like 6-7 wars have been quite chill. Japan gave a little bit of a fight because they were in a situation where they could overwhelm us for a bit. So they stopped us sieging one province and made us start coring a little bit later. But that's the fun part of the game as well, a little bit of a challenge. So yeah, let's sum it up here. What we did in this stream is that we took the war back to the Ottoman lands, and while we were losing one base manpower in Tolko, we took over a bunch of their areas, like basically isolated from them from Europe completely. And so the next 1 or 2 wars that we will likely be having them before the end of the game, we'll be able to eat most of their provinces up. But yeah, thanks everyone again for checking out the stream or checking out the VODs afterwards. I'll see you already at the next stream, and bye.